some of the gripes Morgan na governor sijui unaweza niambia maybe unajua what his plan is. I always feel like Nairobi is very dirty. And I always talk about majuzi nilikuwa nimepata chance ya kwenda Cape Town. And I remember seeing all these garbage trucks and they are run by the government itself. Yeah, Cape Town. And I always wonder, why do we privatize things like garbage collection? Never makes sense to me because these are job opportunities. You can employ people. Watakuwa na, is it called pensionable income?
Yes.
Watakuwa na like, these are things we can do. Just because this thing has been done wrongly does not mean at some point it can be tunaweza correct to come to hivi. Alafu mufil ni kama with that comes the, I always say, and it's not just him, but I always talk about, even someone said, Mwafa alisema hii kitu, musema Kenyan politicians treat the youth as children. By that is, if I show up where the youth are, I have to dance. I have to do, I find it to be very childish. Alafu I have to sa governor inakuwaga indio yake. So kwa mtu kama mimi ule ana feel like you're a young person, you can be the change. Like wewe unaweza kuwa ule mtu anatuletea the other way of doing it, not the way the old people used to do it. Kitu kama garbage, vitu kama hizo, are there plants mko nazo zile hatuoni? Garbage saizi inatumika ku generate electricity pia. Like
to be honest, garbage is a generational problem in Nairobi. But as you said, if it has always been like that, then why can't we do something differently?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a plan, and this plan has been in place. Fine. We have bought trucks za kubeba garbage, 57 of them so far. They are not enough. We have improved how garbage is being collected in the city. It's, again, not enough. We have employed, I think, 3,000 Green Army youth from Nairobi to do that job, to clean Nairobi, to collect garbage.
I've never seen a garbage truck. Zinakaje?
Skippers. Ziko mingi sana. They are 50. We unveiled them. 57 of them so far. Okay. And the next year we're supposed to be bringing another 110. Yes.
The Green Army I've seen, but...
Yes, Green Army na hizo skippers. Because look at Nairobi. Nairobi is not South Sea and South Sea Mosque.
Yes.
But Nairobi is big.
Yeah.
Now, we also have a culture, I think, where we should, national government should help.
Yes.
And as county government is trying as much as, is some civic education of sorts, not even national government, some consciousness from our people that ile tunatupa, we can only collect much.
Yeah, najua.
Unanielewa? Because kabisa tunajua hii ni mtaro ya kupitisha maji. Unatoka kwa nyumba yako, unatupa takataka hapo nje. Government will not come to every house to collect garbage. Yes. It's impossible. Na pia kuna interests zinakujanga na garbage collection in the city. There are people, ukijaribu kusukuma mambo ya collect takataka sana, or you want to privatize something, there are people will remind you that we put in your office, so watakusukuma in this way. But what the governor has done, apart from buying those keepers, employing new staff under Green Army, whom he has now put under permanent and pensionable.
Yes.
Okay, which is a good thing for him.
Yeah, that's
and good thing for these people, because the least person, I think, earns around 19,000 shillings.
Yes.
In this economy, that will push you instead of just sitting in the house. And there's a plan for you to get pension at the end of the day, and this will increase, of course,
with time.
Is to turn the Dandora dump site into a power generation site. There has been a conversation with a Chinese company. And I think we are at the final stages of doing this.
That's good to hear.
And this thing should be, I think, operational next year. So, and a part of that plan is also to bring in more trucks. Okay, that is the agreement we have with this Chinese. The little time I've worked with Governor SAKAJA, I've come to see a side of him that people don't get to see. And maybe this is what is making people a bit impatient. SAKAJA believes in processes and building institutions. He started with the health department. He removed medical superintendents from being in charge of hospitals. He brought in CEOs. Okay. of all the hospitals in Nairobi.
Okay.
Yes, 196 facilities we have in Nairobi. He turned Nairobi Water Company. He also did management changes in Nairobi Water Company so that now we are able to run that place as a company more than a department.
Yes.
He wants to do the same for Nairobi. In fact, there is a company that has been set up. Should be gazetted any time from now. Nairobi Green Army, Nairobi Garbage Collection Company. This company will be semi-autonomous.
But it's owned
by the county.
Okay.
But iko autonomous. Like
Yes.
kama Nairobi Water, the way it is autonomous.
Yeah.
Iko semi-autonomous. You run your own things. You get your own budget, run your own things. The way hospitals are being run at the moment. If we can do that, then we are able to make sure that the company can collect garbage, one, and the company can also give a chance to private collection companies to also do the same. So they are accountable to, what they do. You're paid, ukipeleka garbage, the number of rounds you do, they record gari imeleta. But I think Governor Sutton decided, you can actually take an empty truck, useme gari imeingia, imetoka. So why can't we create a company that can be in charge of this thing?
Okay.
So he's creating a company, Green Army. I'll get the right name. I should be knowing this name.
Okay.
So that they can do that job, okay? But it's an ISO. Garbage brings people together. If people feel Nairobi is not clean, then governor is not doing anything. But there are places that have never had water. Places kama Langata, Jamhuri, hawajakuwa na maji. For the first time, people are having water.
Okay. Nikuwa naishi huko na it used to be a struggle. Like we used to have to buy water like every few days. Unanunua maji ya 1,000. In like if you're buying at least twice a week, that's 8,000 kwa maji. Maji ya kanjo ifikagi 8K. Nelewa? So saizi tunasema Langata, like hizo blocks, NHC for example.
Kuna maji? Look, okay. I ask I don't know where you stay at the moment, but lately I am not seeing many water trucks doing rounds the way they used to do rounds kitambo.
Okay.
Because kuna maji imeanza kuingia. We added another, I think, 3 million liters of water into coming in Nairobi. There's a dam that should be ready again next year in June that will give us more water again. Governor knows this thing more than I do. But is he trying? Yes. Are people patient? Maybe not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hiyo tumebonga juu ya so do you think it's ever going to reach a level tukimalizia history ya cleanliness that nitaenda katikati ya town ipate hizi trucks ushaziona kwa developed countries.
Nimeziona.
The ones where if you're driving you see them sweeping the road zikienda.
Tutafika hapo. We'll get there, but we can only get there.
Creates jobs still.
Yes, we can only get there if we collectively understand that garbage collection is not a county government function only.
Yes, okay.
It's collective. Yeah, people have to understand that. It's collective.
Ushaona ile video ya Japan and how they clean?
Yes.
It's ridiculous, man. Like hata garbage truck ni safi.
Kabisa.
Like Japan is... hiyo niliona nikashtuka nikashindwa kunaendaje. Another issue tuko nayo na Nairobi ni security. I know security is a national function, but I always feel like the governor can make sure that amebonga na the national government to have enough police officers for things like hii simu yako najua ukitembea nayo katikati ya tao probability utarudi nayo ukipick a few calls ni very high. But this can also stop. Unacheki like saizi of course kuna developed countries kama England, London. Majuzi nicheki London walianzisha hiyo like what is it called operation ya kusolve the phone problem and they were there grabbing people because London ilikuwa ni something like 7 phones per hour ama per minute. It was a very ridiculous number. Ni 7 phones per hour are grabbed in London.
At some point,
yes,
every 15 minutes.
Yeah, London, yes. Unatoka hapo tunajichocha na Arsenal. Umeenda pale Arsenal, sure. Phone yako imeenda.
Wow.
Yeah,
ukitembea nai kwanza actually there are high probabilities of you not losing a phone in Nairobi streets.
Are you serious?
London.
But waliduia operation so imesaidia sana.
Yes. Before that it was
bad.
Yes,
so Nairobi, how can we make Nairobi safer because I think security has to be a governor function. Like,
I think Nile, because security as it's designed is quote unquote secretive in nature. So when we receive these complaints from members of the public, from our kanjo askaris, that watu wanaibiwa sana, there's always back channeling that is done. And I have certain meetings where the governor is having a conversation with the regional commanders, Nairobi County, even the Interior Ministry. I have certain rooms where he has made calls and say there's a public outcry, we need to do something. And when it gets to some crisis levels, they always come together and address the media. I think the last time we did was 2 months ago. When there was a crisis in Nairobi, watu walikuwa naibiwa sana.
Na mavi, akinyusi.
Kabisa. So, but that is the only function that has never been devolved. And it was done like that because people felt if you devolve security, then you lose control of the police and the army, which is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous,
because in other developed countries, they're sheriffs.
Yes.
Yeah. Semi-autonomous, people run their own things. They have their own county army. People do their own. So the National Guard comes later. Let the states do their own things. So that's a conversation we must have as a country going forward. But have those cases gone down now? Yes. Can we do better? Yes. We used to have gangs in town where people rob people in groups. What wanakuja kama 10, 15 wanakuibia. And you are like, how can this happen in the middle of the city where there should be police officers?
And
so they set up a team. They set up a team that now works close with the Kanjo Askaris. They work very closely. Even others were seconded to the county, by the way, by the national government. We have a chief inspector now seconded to the county government to try and coordinate security with us. But it's a national function. It's a national government function.
Yeah.
But now, because we run the county, it has to be a shared function. So we are trying as much as we can. To be honest, the governor is trying. But let's see. We still have 1 year to go. Most of the things we will unveil them next year because zinaanza kuisha. Stadiums zinaisha next year. Barabara mingi zinaisha next year. Na ndio msikuja kusema ni campaign gimmick. It is designed like that. Zinaisha June, July. They will be unveiled. Trust me, I think, to be honest, I've worked with many governors, but this one, not because he pays me, this man has a good head over his shoulders.
Because another thing mi ile naonaga hapa, especially Nairobi West, ni manholes. There's a lot of manholes. And I remember majuzi, someone told me a story that, who was telling me this story? Was it ni wife alinipatia hii story? That anajua only one person who's ever been paid for kuanguka kwa manhole. It reminded me of a video. I don't know if you saw that video. Happened early this year, sometime this year, where a lady fell into a manhole and she was screaming.
Yes.
Kwa nini the county government does not take manhole seriously? Like, hii njia ya nini, naitwa what? Nairobi West, before you come to that mosque, there were so many manholes that unaogopa because kuna kuwaga na watu wa kole on Fridays who drink a lot. Najua ushonaga. And you're there like, yes, you might not like drinking from a moral point, but you still have to make the city safe for them. Those manholes, mtu akianguka either atavunja miguu ama atavunja spinal cord ama avunje shingo. And I'm just there looking at them. They're like, Nairobi haiwako. Understand now from my perspective, because it's such a small problem. It can be solved.
Not even that. I mean, you go to places like in Kilimani where barabara zipitiki. But remember, barabara pia ziko classified. Kuna barabara za county that are managed by the county. Kuna barabara that are managed by CDF, run by members of parliament. Kuna barabara za kura na kera.
Yes.
Okay. And we have had that conversation in closed door meetings with these people because now you can't go out there, county government fighting the national government. We can't go telling people, hii barabara si yetu, barabara ni ya kera. Hii barabara si yetu, barabara ni ya kura. No, you take responsibility. So sometimes governor takes a lot of beating from the public because the public doesn't understand. Wanajua tuko Nairobi, hii barabara ijatengenezwa, kuna hii manhole, kwa nini ijatengenezwa? Because SAKAJA hajafanya. But they forget that this is a Kura government, a Kura road. This is a Kera road. This is a CDF road. People don't get to understand such things. But it's also good to say that I think we reached an agreement between us and the national government, I think last year, to try and get more funds, because funds is also a problem.
Yes.
You can have so many plans, but if national government is supposed to give you a share of funds, gives you money late, or gives you your allocation comes in not enough, you can actually promise, but you cannot deliver. In a Qatar. So the little you get, you have a bloated public service. You have to pay 19,000 workers. And those people have been there since time immemorial. Lazima walipe until they live through natural attrition, or they live through retirement, or they are sacked or something like that. But as long as they work, you have to pay them. So come up from government allocation from national government ni kidogo, then you do what you have to do, what you have. But it's a good thing that we're getting a lot of support from the national government, especially this regime has really supported the county government in terms of fighting to get us more funds, because now this is an administrative capital. This is the gateway to East and Central Africa. Nairobi has to be Nairobi. So it should be a collective responsibility. So there's some support that is coming. There's some roads that are supposed to be built. Those Manholes was a serious conversation last week, I think.
Yes.
Something will be done about it. But as I said, this is a collaborative thing. CARE has to come in, Kura has to come in, county government has to come in. Now you cannot go out there and say, don't blame me for this manhole in South Sea because he or she too. You're near Kera. You look like a crybaby.
Okay, because hiyo vile umesema kura na kera nikuwa na expect iya natoe zile zake za niliyempatia kura na nikera.
That's true.
Mtaga anakwaga mtu wa pansa. So hii contract ilisainiwa between the government and county government. What was it? Is it like the NMS one?
Hapana, there was no contract. There was no contract.
Like what collaboration did they agree on?
To be honest, there's no contract. There's, this government was duly elected into office, and you can't change that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a collaboration of sorts. And they didn't say, oh, we are taking functions from you to wasaidia kufanya nini. Hapana. It's just, we want to help where we can. Ni kama when President Ruto goes to Siaya, and county government of Siaya say we are building an hospital, nataka msaidie tupatie pesa kidogo. That is the kind of conversation we're talking about. Yeah. Alienda Makueni Jews, they were telling kuna barabara zijengwa nini. He said, but fine, I'll put money aside for the bridge, nini. That is the inter-county and national government collaboration, and it exists kwa katiba. It exists kwa katiba. So there are no functions that have been transferred, I don't know to who. There's no city engineer who is coming to supervise the county. No. Government is running the way it's supposed to be running, and it will run its full term. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. I don't know why the media decided to. I think the president was saying we want to make Nairobi clean. Okay, tumekuwa na takataka mingi, kuna uchafu, we want to make that. Does not mean that we can't do it as a county government. County government is still doing it. National government has its own function. Nairobi River Commission is one thing that we share between us and the national government to make Nairobi clean. Does it mean that we can't do that job? We can, but we don't have the capacity. I mean, we need 90 billion shillings. That's what they were saying.
How far is that thing?
It's ongoing well.
Watu wameacha kuangusha kinyesi kwa
No, that's the problem.
Nairobi
That's the
River,
problem. Now,
Wakenya
what
ndio
they are trying to do is fix the sewer system first, because there's a lot of sewer that is draining into Nairobi River. So those engineering works, malizane kwanza na sewer, then wakuje watoe structures along the river itself. Then sasa wakae chini na wananchi waambie, now you have to stop dumping in the river. Then tuanze kuona maji safi kwa river. It will take a long time. It can't be tomorrow. The culture, we have to change the culture.
Ikonini. So the festive season is here. Na LemFi wako na a very great offer kwako. Abaki umesign up ukitumia the promo code Ikonini, and on your first transaction ya $50 ukisend home, unabaki umepata a $20 sign up reward. Najua $20 sign up reward on your first transaction of $50 only. Why? Because it's the festive season. Baki umechangamka, tumia promo code Ikonini, ingia LemFi. Why? Upate the most competitive exchange rates, alafu pia inakuwaga ni chapchap like transactions ziko instant. Changamka haraka LemFi, international payments for everyone. Iko Nini.
Because hiyo kitu moja nilishindwa nayo because I feel like, but of course siwezi blame the governor, but I felt like it's such a, we don't have to do it today. We have so many things we can do now. Kama unasema ni 90 billion, I feel like 90 billion can be used to solve so much in Nairobi. For example, drainage mko na plan? Like, is there any plan? Because I've seen the Chinese have been able to handle it. So
the designers of this city, I think designed the city with maybe 1 million people in mind when they started. Now we are at 5 million during the days. At night, 7 million during the day.
Ian wanarudi
Yes,
Kiambu.
wanarudi Kiambu,
So, sisi-
wanarudi Murang'a ya.
So 2
Hii
million.
Nairobi ilikuwa place ya kufanya biashara, hata ilikuwa na place ya kuishi.
We'll talk about the lighting pia. 'Cause
Yeah,
nikienda.
so drainage system is still a problem. But hii mvua yenye imenyesha the last few months hatujakuwa na a serious crisis ya drainage kama the way we had last year. I don't think it has been there.
Zee, kuna time expressway imejaa
Yeah.
because like hiyo shida ya expressway I always feel
You
like
see yetu sasa ni ya national government. Maybe that's structural works hawakufanya vizuri. Maybe someone took a shortcut there. Yeah, maybe why should we have a drainage problem kwa expressway ilijengwa na Chinese?
but hao watu niliona they solved theirs. Kuna sijui one of their cities that was flooding and they were somehow able to solve it. So I feel like hizi vitu sometimes hii time unafanya benchmarking, those are the places to go.
That's true.
And these are the people to engage and find.
So drainage is a problem. It's still a problem. But that's why I think the Green Army was brought on board to try and make sure that they do the unblocking. What want to block to block to this drainage system. Nairobi is designed in a way that every drainage system runs into another drainage system. So if one is clogged, then the other
whole
one cannot
system.
move. Imagine a road kwa surface. So there's a lot of civic education that needs to be done, which is being done, and there's a lot of unclogging also that is being done in anticipation that when you have long rains. Like this year when we were experiencing long rains, there was a serious conversation between the governor and the Department of Environment, the sector of environment,
Yes.
that we have to prepare ourselves for the long rains. And I'm proud to say that we didn't have many instances where people were saying that Nairobi imekuwa hatukukuja na boats this time. At least we didn't procure boats to save people from, like we did I think last year. Last year was bad.
Yeah.
This year we can comfortably say that something was done and something is being done. So it's a problem. The way Nairobi was designed, it is going to be a problem. Either governor is done with his 2 terms or another governor comes again, drainage will still be a problem. Just like lighting will still be a problem in Nairobi.
Yes, because
Watu hawapendi lights. In Nairobi,
zivunja.
watu wana vandalize lights. Yeah, why will you vandalize lights inakusaidia?
I noticed kuna zenye zilikuwa hapa ambassador ya ni basi hapo Sabina Joy kulikuwa zimekwa like some poles but right now I can't see any of them. Sijui kama ni vandalism.
Most of them
Also,
vandalism.
2 million people like living Nairobi, you'd assume wanatoka jioni. And I think I'm part of that, and you feel, I see, you don't feel safe maybe, and this is Moi Avenue. But Moi Avenue is dark. Unajua kuna streets zenye sahi, of course, you cannot find me Tomboya past 7.
Utapigwa ngeta.
Yes, but there are those streets that you feel safe. So like, should I be maybe moving with the crowd? Actually, a lonely street that is dark is more inakuetia nini danger kuliko hii place ingine kuna watu wengi. So I don't know what's happening. Is it a county job ama nizo unasema it's a government job? So
I think hiyo ni county. Lazima
county.
ni vandalism.
Ni county,
vandalism
ni county, but now you have to light up, and the kind of money that goes into lighting the city is crazy, and lighting the city is a security function as well. Yes.
By the kind of money, do you mean the hardware ama do you mean?
No, the kind of electricity bills you have to pay for
But
you to
Sak,
light up.
nini, if one thing we have in Nairobi in plenty sini solar, why not go the solar route to solar, small solar?
There are conversations around it.
Kutaka kusema I understand why za nini za Sabina Joy zilitolewa.
There are serious conversations around solar lighting. But the last I checked, there was a demo that was done about solar lighting in Nairobi. But we realized these things can only last for 3 years. So you are sitting there as a governor and you're saying, fine, this will look good optics wise, because I will light up the city for 3 years. Then after that, they become obsolete. Yeah.
But
or do you want a long lasting thing? Do you want shortcuts? Lighting your solar itafanya for how long? But is the last how long? 3 years. Then it's obsolete. So do you want to sit in a room and say, as a governor, because nataka kuwa re-elected, wacha nichukue za 3 years, we light up the city, watu wamenipigia makofi, and then after 3 years and we start another process again of trying to sort out this thing, ama we look for a lasting solution. The thing was this. If we are Kenya Power is run by government, partly run by government, and government has a big stake in Kenya Power. Why is it so difficult for Kenya Power to give us reasonable rates so we can light up the city? Why is it so difficult? Why can't one government department have a conversation with another government department that we can't light up the city because we owe Kenya Power this amount of money, but we are lighting up the streets on behalf of
Kenya. And
it's a national, it's a security function as well, because we don't light up places, then kutakuwa na crime. And it has a bearing on how government then operates. If we cannot light up the city at night, we cannot extend the economy past 6 o'clock. That's what it means. But if we light up the city at night, then people are able to move freely and they feel safe to be in the city. People are able to be they will take more time in town and do their biashara. So that cannot happen because we cannot seem to agree between us and Kenya Power. And I'm not saying this as a spokesperson of the county. It's something It's something I have noticed. I've taken note of that. Sometimes there's this rigidity between government departments. That if your government, nyinyi ni county, sisi ni national government, then we will clash. We will not necessarily have to agree.
Yes.
Tutapigana tu hapa. So if there were serious conversations, and I think they're being held at the moment, is how then do we light up the city, but you also don't charge us exorbitant prices. Like you charge a foreign investment company running a cement processing plant in Athi River, or at EPZ ya kutengeneza manguo. We must have those conversations. It cannot only be left to the county government to do it. Yeah.
Okay, alafu tukimalizia, I think asante sana kwa kuextend kwa umetupatia certain limited time.
Yeah.
But tukimalizia lazima nikuulize this, and one day I hope Sakaja atakuja, but can Sakaja be trusted? And I have a reason why I'm asking if he can be trusted. And nauliza kama anaweza kuwa trusted because of 2 filmmakers. There's a film that was done in Kenya called, it's a documentary, inaitwa How to Build a Library. And Sakaja appears on that film. And there's something he promised on camera but never did. So can Sakaja be trusted? Unataka kujua aliuliza nini?
Niambie.
Nikwambie?
Yes.
So alienda hapo and there was a painting that was being sold, yes? So people were auctioning for it, painting. So to go like 10,000, 20,000. Sakaja won it for 35,000. He never paid the 35,000. That's pocket change for him. Then another thing that happened was akikuwa hapo, when he was one of the guys who gave the speeches, akipatiana speech, aka pledge 2 million shillings. He never gave them the 2 million shillings. They're trying to repair ni Macmillan Library. It's a very interesting documentary. Najua, and it paints him in such a good light. Hizi ni stories mi nilijua baadaye, because after nisha interview the filmmakers, now so na reach out kwa filmmakers asemi ukweli, kwa nini akusema Sakaja kutoa hiyo do? Nacheki, because now people know these things. So your library is still, they're trying to still take it to the next level. The county government, walianza na county government ya Sonko, it took them round. The county government that they felt it was going to happen was ya SAKAJA, bado inawapeleka round. So they feel like everyone else. So right now the debate around that library is nani ata build kiosk ama restaurant hapo, and county officials, not necessarily the governor, but county officials wana insist they want a share because there's going to be money made. Alafu pia kuna choo, literally choo ya library. Kuna watu wanataka watengeneze dona choo ya library, you understand? Kuna zile vitu sufanyaga zile hata Trump akituita shithole, you have to understand sisi ni shithole. Yes, but how do you feel something paints the governor like that? Like he can pledge 35,000 shillings and not pay. What hata tuache 2 million?
The governor, I know that is not the governor who is being portrayed out there. And if I was to bring this to his attention, I think he'll pay it tomorrow morning. There must have been a problem. There must be an explanation why that did not happen.
Yes.
To be very honest.
The
pledge that can he be trusted? That's what you're asking.
Yes, because pia kwa hiyo bado pia sasa wanampigia makofi aka pledge 2 million, which he didn't have to, but he on video. If you watch the video, it's out now.
Well, I think maybe it has not been brought to his attention. I don't want to speak for him, but I know when SAKAJA says he's going to do something, he will do it. I'm very surprised that there's something like that because he has pledged and he has delivered personally.
Yes,
SAKAJA delivers things personally. He doesn't even do it through his people. He does it personally and with so much passion. And I think it was 2 months ago when we were at Macmillan Library, if I'm not wrong. There are photos that I saw. I was not there, but I think he went there. He went there. And there was some progress in that library. Because tuko kwa hii show sasa si uniruhusu basi niende nimuulize nikiwa
okay, ndo muulize alafu pia umwambia tumemuinvite let's do more than 10 minutes.
Can SAKAJA be trusted? Yes. People voted for him on the premise that he can be trusted. I'm not vouching for him because he pays me. I've said that. I'm vouching for him because I think he has a good plan for this city and I have seen it being implemented. I don't know whether the last time kulikuwa na public outcry that kuna shida ya madawa hapo Mwani ama Mbagathi. I don't know. You can go online. Yeah.
I think that's something a doctor told me. But that doctor, I think, also thanked SHA. So there's a doctor who remember telling me, alikuwa niambia like, hey, siku hizi ukienda kina Mbagathi kuna what. But yes, hakuenda to the next level. Also, that's a county one.
But it runs and then we bill SHA at the end of the month. I mean, SHA is paid after 2 or 3 months. But government, in terms of, because of that management structurally change, akaleta CEO and a board. Board seats and decides we're going to spend this money this way. It has brought a big difference. Margie the same. He has done the same. Governor is feeding 316,000 children in this city every single day.
Your program waga sijakubaliana nayo, but it's a long story.
Account. No, it's an amazing program.
It's a long story. Atuwezi agije.
Yeah, it's an amazing program. And when we initially started it, national government felt we are taking away the function of feeding. They will look bad. But the government had to sit with these people and told them, there are things we can argue about, but let's not argue about food. Tusipigane juu ya chakula. Because these kids, we have increased enrollment ya shule because now kids are not going home to go and feed. Parents are not in the slums thinking, mtoto wangu atatoka shule saa ngapi akuja kule alafu warudi. They are eating in school and they're eating a nutritious meal. Hata wenye hawana hiyo tap to eat, hiyo kitu ya yellow wanavaa, they are still eating. Okay. And his plan is to get us to 1 million by 2027. That is a big number. That's a big number. So, I mean, for me, wachana na madawa, wachana na barabara, wachana na nini, mimi that is the biggest thing that has really touched my heart in terms of feeding these kids.
Me kile, I'll say I'm surprised. I always say I can change my mind. I didn't know that kuna garbage trucks. I'm really going to look up for
I'll
them.
Send you photos.
Do they look like county?
Yes, branded county government.
That's good. Alafu a few people have been employed, yes? That's
many.
Good. That's what we want to hear.
School feeding program, we have 300, 400 people employed there. as cooks, as drivers, as quality food as inspectors.
Okay.
All those people. Green Army, because of those trucks zilibaiwa za kubeba takataka, and there are many. It was just this year when he flagged off.
Okay.
27 of them at first. Last year we flagged off others. There are many bana. I think then hapo tumemfail kidogo, because now we should have told you about it.
Yeah, because I need kuziona, because if you go to most developed cities, one of the first things you'll see ni garbage trucks, and you'll see it's a county function. Utaona wakisweep barabara.
I don't think you'll see them during the day, because we clean the city at night.
Okay.
Yeah, we clean the city at night, and asubuhi naona sweeping kidogo inafanyika. But it's work. It's work. Yeah.
Kwa sasa majuu vile tunaonaga ni wanatembea even like saa 6 wakitafuta vitu za kunini. So naga msana kimbia anachukua anarusha alafu anaendelea. But Dennis, this was worth the wait. I think tumemgoja for over a year.
Yeah, of course.
If I was to look at the message I first sent you, ilikuwa nini, but it was worth it. Asante sana. And I don't think I've had a lot of, I even had Caswell here, and he talked about Raila, but vile you portrayed him in ways that I think even Caswell could not, because Caswell hakumjua long enough. Hakumjua long enough. So asante kwa kutuonyesha pia that other side, and we look forward to hosting you again tuongejwa 2022 na vile mulilia
tafadhali.
Alafu pia governor ambia governor akuje. I have just shidangu ni moja. I hope ile story ya mobile studios mliachana nayo. This is a mobile studio. Any youth claiming that they need a county government to build a studio for them is being funny. Let's have more garbage trucks. Let's have things that benefit all of us, not things that benefit a few
individuals.
So tuna look forward to your conversation. But I've really enjoyed this, and I hope we enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy. Like
from case files to
to politics.
Also, like you have the hardest job.
Yeah, I know.
Like representing the governor in Nairobi County.
Yeah.
So
It's work, but that's where we thrive. That's where we thrive. Mimi Musema, as we finish, we're going to win this election for him in 2027. After that, I will say ile kasi ya one term, that you can only be a governor in Nairobi for only one term. From there, we'll be flying to other places in the future.
so lazima you work.
It's in our work.
Okay.
Yes, I'm the biggest.
So hii moja tukianza kuipatia timeline tungoje Sakaja in how long, because tuko as ready as yesterday.
Nitamuuliza after this show mambe boss, sasa lazima ukuje kwa hii show, because I think hawa jamaa hawaja kuunderstand vizuri,
kwa sisi ni watu wanai mumpeleka mbio kama mtu wanai.
And I agree. And it's a lot of responsibility. A lot is demanded of us. Sikutaki kudanganya, but watu Nairobi wanataka instant results. But for you to run a successful government, then some decisions will take time. Serikali ni ngumu kuran. Serikali ni ngumu. You have to have in place systems.
Yes.
It takes time. But pia watu wawezi kungojea sana na hizo systems zako. Watakutupa nje. But this one, I think by April next year, God willing, where now we start unveiling the many things now zitakuwa zimeisha by April next year, you will see a totally different picture of this county, and we're going places.